hello, welcome everyone. Ow, that was my foot. How is everyone doing? Welcome 11 Glowfly, Aspiring Hydra, Malgor. I am doing good. It's really cold today where I'm at, so definitely feeling the sleepy weather, you know? The eye twitch happens if I look down too hard. Since I can't have my webcam in the perfect spot at all times for everything. I do quite enjoy winter. It is my favorite because I'd rather be cold than hot. And this is another VTuber. This is another VTuber lingerie commission. I already had it line arted, so I kind of really wanted to go ahead and finish it today. Winter is the best. But it is supposed to be spring soon, so I don't really know what Mother Nature is doing. Yes, hello, ya boy Budgie. There is art here. I don't do too many game streams. I know that's like what most VTubers do, so I'm sorry if I let anyone down. I am primarily an artist. I realized my PC is not as powerful as I once thought it was. So, game streams have kind of been put on hold. They can run the games just fine. It's, the game and streaming all at the same time, that's where there's some issues. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Ya boy Budgie. I'm just gonna call you Budgie. Oh, well, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I honestly, I watch mostly artists as well. And I know this might sound a little weird, but I've noticed a lot of VTubers who play games like never look at chat, and I really like talking. So whenever I pop into a game stream and I've been there for like 15 minutes and no one said hello to me after I've said hello or anything like that, I poof because I get bored. I'm like, well, if I just wanted to watch someone play a game and not talk to me at all, there's many, many things on YouTube to do that. Yeah, my office is actually pretty cold today. It's not well insulated since it used to be a garage. So it's always really hot in the summer and really cold in the winter. Because there is a draft under the door. So I got on my fuzzy socks and the stuff to keep warm. See, I really honestly, I don't think I'd ever be a summer person. I really, I do not like being, like, the feeling of overheated. And I feel like you really can't escape that in summer. Like, I don't like being hot. Like, by any means. And typically I feel that way, like, above 80 degrees. I think that was the mailman. One of these days, I'm not gonna have that door. Waiting for someone to remind you how the heat in Arizona is a dry heat. See, he just did it himself. He's like, it's hot, but it's a dry heat. Ooh, yeah, no. Humid, I will say, humid is absolutely horrible. Hello, Wizard for Hire. Sore ovens. I wish summer temperature were just like around beaches and pools, warm enough to swim, but only where there's water. See, I really... The state I live in is just absolutely confusing as all hell. Because I swear we don't abide by the seasons, like, ever. It's just not what we do. So therefore, I kind of never know what temperature range we're gonna have. Man, I keep getting some spam caller calling me. Or at least my phone keeps popping up saying it's spam. Which, I don't know whose nerves that caller had to have gotten on to be now listed as a spam caller on Google. Because I use the Google phone service because I'm cheap. And Verizon pissed me off. But they obviously must have done something. If they're not a spam caller. But I really can't think of anyone who would need to be getting a hold of me. But yeah, my state's kind of known for their wishy-washy attitude on seasons. The weather does not abide. Like, lately, we had like 50s, 60s, and that's good. I think that's perfectly fine weather. 50s, 60s with like no precipitation. So no ice or snow. And then today it decided to be 27. And my son is upset. I apologize for the dog barking. I knew this was gonna happen too. I was just like, as soon as I start streaming is whenever the mailman's gonna get here. Hello, guys. Hold on. I'm getting yelled at. I'm assuming it is the mail. Hold on. So sorry. Mocha ended up getting out. Dakota was really, really, really a sweetheart and got me flowers. But the guy had to hand them off to me in person, so then I tried to grab the flowers from like the door because it's like 20 degrees outside, and so I didn't want to go outside. And then Mocha snuck out the door. Then he ran laps everywhere. It was an ordeal. The flowers are really, really, really pretty, but Mocha was dumb. And now I'm cold because I was out there in my little socks and my pajama bottoms trying to get my dog back inside. But I'll post a picture of them later. They're really pretty. I wish I could have like admired them a little bit more, but I got my stream going and I didn't want you guys to think I was dead, and then Mocha got out, and then his Valentine's Day gift from me also came in. Everything came in. It was a whole experience. It was a lot of things fit into that, 5-10 minutes I was gone? So it was an experience. Sorry for not putting like a BRB or anything back, but my mom was just like screaming at the top of her lungs, "Michael!" And I'm like, "Give me a minute. I literally just told you I was working." It could be a flower watching stream, you are right. I was trying to think of like where I could put them real quick, but my office gets like absolutely no natural light, and I'm worried that they would die too quickly in my office. So I was trying to find a spot in the room, but there was no spots by the window or anywhere near the window currently open. And then I was like, I gotta deal with all this later. But Mocha is a good boy because he comes back. So I was not about to chase him. I grabbed the leash. I asked if he wanted to go for a walk. He said, "Fuck you, Mom. I'm already outside. I don't need you." And so I was like, okay, fine. I got a box. Do you want the box? And he came back inside once I opened the door and said I had a box. And I'm like, my dog is so smart and stupid all at the same time. But he's really good at surprises. I had absolutely no idea that he was getting me flowers. He's very good at this. He is very, very, very good at the gift giving without anyone noticing or knowing. Because, like, I'm horrible at it. I thought I could keep his secret for, like, what I got him for Valentine's Day a secret. I told him the other day. I was like, I can't keep this secret. Only one of mine is Soda. Only one of my dogs is smart enough to come back. The other is not. She is old and dumb. But, Mocha just ran around outside, peed on a few things, and then came back in. He really, really wanted the flower delivery guy's attention for like 2 seconds. I thought the guy was gonna shit himself though. Oh my god. I felt so bad. Because through the door, my pup sounds so aggressive. Like he was barking and like just sounding super tough. And then as soon as he got outside, he was like, "Hi, hello, I am Mocha, love me, hi, hi, hi." But he wasn't even jumping on the guy. He just approached him very quickly. And I was like, "Please don't kick my dog. I promise he's nice. He's not gonna hurt you. I promise, I promise, I promise." He just wants attention. Sorry, there was a lot of things that happened very, very quickly, so I'm still like in slight my dog got out panic mode, but also I just received flowers, but also my figure just came in that I've been looking forward to, and also my Valentine's Day gift for the boyfriend just came in. Oh. So I gotta calm down for a second. Yeah, that's it. But then the mailman came back again to drop off the actual mail and not the packages. It was a No, I just gave it to him cuz I got the flowers right now. And so I just gave it to him. I fucked up though. I thought I did something really smart, right? So instead of like asking his ring size, I just thought I'd measure a ring he already has, right? I didn't realize that that ring that he already has doesn't really fit him all that well. So I measured the ring that he already has and got that ring size. That ring barely fits on his pinky. But he would wear it all the time. But I just never looked at what finger he wore it on. And now I feel like an idiot. I'm like, yeah, I had a great idea. No, the Tharja figure, unfortunately, is a very, very expensive $200 and something figure. I got an Okami Nendroid. It's still in the box. I did bring it down to my office because I'm going to put it on my shelf, but haven't opened it yet. Because I wanted you guys, I had to get back to you guys. You were already here. You guys were waiting. My dog got out. I was already taking a minute longer than I thought the mail catching would get. So I had to come back. That way you guys didn't think I got murdered by the mailman. An assassin was sent to kill me via mailman. See, so I don't like Nendroids, like ever. But this one was just so fucking cute. And it was Okami. And there's like never anything for Okami. I really wanted, the first 4 figures people released an Okami one that I was super interested in. I waited until launch date because they didn't announce how much the price was or anything. And I was there in stream, like, watching them release it. This figure was, what was it? It was ridiculous, in my opinion. It was a great figure, but it was not something I could afford, ever. Like, I was never going to pay that much for a figure. It was like either $400 or $800. It was something really expensive. And so I was like, I'm not getting that. I'm like, nope, never mind. No matter how cute that thing is, that's not happening. Like, I was not going to spend that much money on a figure. Even if it was one of my favorite series, I was not going to do it. And so, didn't get that. But that's one of the only other things Okami related I'd seen was that one. I already got one of the figures. Funny enough, I found it at Hot Topic for like 80 bucks. When everywhere else that I see this figure for of Okami, I normally see it for way more than that. So either Hot Topic had a random good sale, or they had a knockoff. I don't know which one. Thank you so much for the subscription, Soda Aaron. I appreciate it. Please enjoy the emotes. But yeah, so I gotta find a place for those really pretty flowers. I'm excited. Oh, you're good. I appreciate it. You may have subbed, but maybe like another month or something ago. Who knows? Either way, I appreciate it. I'm trying to make the lingerie kind of like based off the outfit she already had because I thought that would be cute. I think I'm gonna make the top white. White with like some flowers on it. Oh, I was about to say banana club. What the hell? We're not bananas in here, but then I remembered the conversation of the tentacle looks like a banana. I should change my subscriptions to actual sea slugs of different colors. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Maybe eventually. Yeah, but they're not a sea slug. Oh! Oh, raid! Oh dear, hello. Hello everybody, welcome! Thank you for the raid. I think this is only my 4th raid ever, so thank you so much, guys. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, those are such cute emotes. Ah, those are the cutest emotes ever. Welcome, welcome everyone. So, how was your stream, Pippin? How did everything go? I did not like how those flowers looked. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys. Man, y'all don't get that enthusiastic whenever I raid people. See, guys, this is how you do it. Look at all those pimpin' raids. Oh, I said pimpin'. Pippin. Not pimpin'. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I'm drawing some really silly looking roses at the moment. Please don't pay too much attention to the roses on the... Playing Omori? I do not think I know that game. Oh, got both endings. I would assume it's for PC, right? Pimpin', pimpin', they go hand in hand. Oh, really? Oh, so it's gonna be an emotional one then, huh? Ah, dang. An emotional roller coaster. Let me Google it real quick. You've made me too curious. I got many browsers. I can do the thing, hopefully. Oh, Mori. Oh, okay. So I have seen art of it, but I didn't actually know that was a game. I thought it was like a comic or something. Ooh. It looks cute, but now you guys are saying it's emotional, so now I'm like, oh, it's gonna be deceiving. Definitely deceiving. Oh no. Is it like 'cause I don't want to look up like spoilers if I want to play this, so I'm trying not to look too far into these images, but is it kind of like Ib? Cuz Ib I thought was really like cute looking, but was definitely deceiving. Ib got weirdly scary. Nothing was more deceiving than Corpse Party for me, though. Corpse Party was super deceiving. That game scared the absolute living hell out of me. Ah. Alrighty. I will have to give that a try. Or at least look it up. I'll have to at very least look it up. Oh dear. Oh, do I have any of my mods in here at the moment? Probably not. I don't have Hidden or Tenkun in here, do I? I was gonna say we should shout out our raider. Because I think that's what people normally do when they get raided, right? I never get raided, so I don't know what the protocol is. I always raid people, but I never get raided. It's like a... Oh, what's that? I heard it from a movie. It's like always a bridesmaid, never a bride. It's how I am with raiding. Always raiding, never getting raided. Yeah, for some reason my mind always wants to say never, always a bridesmaid, never a groom, and I'm like, hold on. That's not how. that's not how that goes. That's the wrong saying right there. But for all of my people that were in here, you guys should totally go check out Pimpin', because that's now my nickname for you. It's gonna be Pimpin', because for some reason I just keep wanting to throw an N in there. I don't know. My mouth is just not wanting to say your name correctly. Normally, I butcher everyone's name that comes in here. Like, that's just what I do. Your name will be mispronounced. Most likely, it happens. I don't even try. Like, I don't try to mispronounce it, it just happens. But today I'm working on commissions. I am doing this one for... I gotta open up Twitter because I always forget people's names because I suck. This one is for Towsy. I think I just said that right. I'm doing a smug face for her because I really feel like her character just oozes smug. So, doing a smug lingerie commission. Her nose looks a little weird because the nose piercing hasn't been like colored the nose piercing color yet. So it just looks like I gave her a honker, but I promise that's not how it's gonna look in the end. Thank you, thank you. Aw, thank you. Art is like the only thing I ever do, so if it looked horrible, I just need to throw in the towel right now. I have a few areas I definitely need to fix up, that's for sure. I didn't realize how splotchy my line art looked in a couple areas, so I gotta go back. I'm really bad at games, so I either gotta do art or I gotta be really bad at games. And I think art is the way I need to go. Oh, well, thank you so much, Pimpin'. You have a good day. Thank you so much for the raid. Enjoy your food. Speaking of food, though, the boyfriend yesterday made an absolutely amazing potato soup. And there is so much of it that I think I will be eating potato soup for the entire week, which I love potato soup. So that is something I am honestly kind of looking forward to, because that means I ain't gotta order food to eat for a minute. Ah, thank you. Honestly, digital art is like the best. I really don't think I'd be very good artist if I was to go back to traditional work, because I used to do that whenever I was a youngin'. But now I only work digitally, and I really don't think I'd know how to function on paper anymore. I really think my fingers would just not know what to do. Because I'm always adjusting things. Yeah, I think... Well, I also think traditional art is just really expensive, too. Like, because for traditional art, you have to already have everything. Like, you have to purchase, like, every color. You have to purchase, if you have markers, it's not just a one-time buy. If you got paints, it's not a one-time buy. It's just hella expensive. Meanwhile, with digital art, you get yourself a tablet and you get yourself a program and you got everything, you know? I think traditional is definitely, I'm not shitting on it by any means. I like traditional art, and whenever I see traditional art well done, I'm like, dang, that's good. Because I can't do that. But, it's expensive. Too expensive. Yeah, the look of traditional art is absolutely pretty. Very, very pretty. But I'm trying to remember how much my Copic markers were, cause I did sometimes at conventions I would offer like traditional, like on the spot commissions, and I got some black and gray Copic markers to do that, or I say black and gray, but it was like a grayscale set, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 12 markers. And I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I remember it was a fuck ton. Like, if I bought them all individually, it would have been $84, and I have a feeling I paid either 84 or really close to 84. I may have gotten like a marker or two discount because it was like a set and they offer discounts when it's like the pre-bundled markers. And then I bought liners, or man, what would I call those? Pens for line art of varying width. And then obviously you have your pencils, you have your erasers, you have your paper. Oh, it was just, it was a lot of money to factor in. And like there was just so many things I had to keep track of. And like it felt messy. Like even though I was working with markers, it felt messy. Oof. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, Soda Aaron. Come on. Tablet pen, stop doing the thing. Ah. My tablet's not frozen, but I think my pen did a stupid. Oh, that's nice. No, it was just my pin was no longer recognized. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just, the tablet was just like, no, I see no pencil. And I'm like, no, you do, it's right here. So, like, it's working again. You can see it, but crapped out on me for a second. Yeah, it was just like, nope, it's not there. They were legitimately like, what pencil? What tablet pen? There is no tablet pen. But I definitely think digital art is the, in the long run, cheapest route for sure. I use a Cintiq. I really cannot remember the model though because I got it secondhand. Oh, I say secondhand, it was a refurbished model. And honestly, I didn't research it at all. I just had another friend of mine who bought the exact same one link it to me and I bought it. Because I loved his tablet. I got to mess around with it and I was like, I want your tablet. And then he sent me it and I bought it. I was very easily sold on it. But it's a Cintiq something or other. If it's any more mail, I'm not getting it. I am done. Ah, okay. Well, thank you, Soda. Enjoy the lurk. I wish you luck on the chores, because those are where I definitely struggle to do things for sure. I never do chores. I always put them off until there's so many chores to do. Yes. It was indeed commissioned by the VTuber. Yeah, I try not to, whenever it's like a VTuber, I'm not going to do fan art of them in any kind of lewd manner unless it's commissioned, because I really sometimes people don't be mentioning their ages or how comfortable they are with said things on Twitter, and I really would like to not accidentally draw anything lewd of a young VTuber, if you get what I mean. It would not be a good idea. Oh, thank you so much for the raid! 2 raids in one day, oh my goodness. It's a what's the word? Record. I don't know how I forgot that word. Welcome, 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 Reticle. Thank you for the raid. Oh, thank you, Wizard for Hire. How is everyone today from the raid or otherwise? Oh, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm meaning. Like that could go very wrong very quickly. So I try only to do like cute fan art if it's not specifically commissioned from the person themselves. Good afternoon, Reticle. How did your stream go? I really need to get a new playlist. I know the songs that happen on this one now. I think honestly it helps that I really like makeup in real life, because I used to really not know how to do it right. And I feel like you basically just have to follow the same rules as you would in real life when it comes to makeup. Closers for the first time. Oh. Yeah, honestly, Reticle, I never get raided either. I got raided earlier, and I think that was my first raid in, oh, maybe a month, maybe 2 months? I don't know. I really never get raided. And so that was honestly pretty shocking for me. And then here you are, and you're also raiding me. So it's just a day of things that normally don't happen happening. It's a interesting day for sure, because I had some mail things happen right before I got raided the first time, funny enough. I also try to raid after every stream. I think I typically raid artists, because typically I do art streams and I don't want to, like, you know, bore anyone who came for art and then throw them into a game stream. So I try to keep it on the art side, but I'm thinking, because most VTubers I'm like friends with or trying to be friends with are normally only doing games. So I may have to start raiding them with their games soon. More saturation. I said male things. Yeah, I try to stay after I raid somebody, but typically whenever I'm getting to the point where I am raiding someone, I am done. So I got like food to eat, or typically it's I got food to eat. So I do try, but some days I do dip. I'm just like, okay, I rated you. Have a fun time, guys. Enjoy the enjoy the other person making content now. My job is done. Ah, see, I really like that. I'm guilty of typically just man, whenever I want to raid someone, I don't typically find game streams that interesting. But typically the people playing games don't really interact with the chat. And I think that's why I get bored of game streams. Because, like, I get it, they're playing a game. They are distracted. They are focused, you know? But, like, talk to me. I get so easily bored. Because, like, I mentioned it in here before, but, like, if I wanted to watch someone play a game and not interact with chat, then I'd probably be on YouTube watching someone stream that I missed or something. There is only one person's stream that I have been to where they are not a chill artist. And oh my god, that is this dude, I love him. He's great. He's so entertaining. His name is 8pm. He got such a big following here on Twitch. He is the most entertaining person, but his streams are by no means chill. His streams are like full throttle, total energy, all the time, and I'm like, bro, how do you do it? I'm like, how are you so energized all the time? He pays attention to chat, like he's just an absolutely great streamer. I haven't been able to catch his streams recently, but like he does it. He managed to make art streams just not anywhere near boring. I interact with the chat when playing game, but I'm not really good at video games, so it doesn't matter. See, my computer can't play most games. I was trying with one VTuber to do a collab, and it has gone pretty horribly. Because A, I'm bad at the game, and B, I can't stream the game on my end. Because my computer just can't run the game and stream. And so I'm like, so I can't see any of the chat because it's based off his stream. And so it's a little weird that I can't see what anybody else is saying. But I typically have those days with him on Wednesday. Yeah, that was the way out, yeah. I was trying really hard to get that to work on my end, but it's just, it won't play. It will not stream while I play it. It's just not happening. Like, I'm still playing it with him, because I want to commit and finish it. But I'm definitely a little bummed I can't play it on my end, like, and stream it. There wasn't Rappelmans involved the last couple of times we played. But that's the thing. No one knows I'm playing it because I can't stream it. So everyone in my streams don't know I've played it since. I'm also not good at that type of game either, so I feel like I'm kind of a nuisance to him whenever I play. Because it's a puzzle game. And you gotta be sneaky. And preferably know the controls. And I am none of those things. But hopefully, when Disgaea 6 comes out, if it comes out on PC, I think I'm going to get it for PC so that I can stream it. Because I would like to stream a game someday. So what is everyone's plans for today? Did you already do them and now you're relaxing? Are you yet to do them? Ah, I see, I see. All of those sound like good plans. Yeah, yesterday I did a bunch of housework as well. I was like, I gotta get this done because my week is pretty packed. And by packed, I mean I'm streaming. Because I basically do the streaming, I'd say full time, but I know like I'm not streaming all that often. But basically streaming is my full-time job at this point, since I work on commissions while I stream. You know, you're actually kind of not wrong. Now, it does help that I did already do the line art. Because, man, I dilly-dally with the line art a lot. So, that's probably the biggest difference, is that I did the line art outside of stream. I do offline work as well, but I am a little less inclined to accept things I can't stream because I already have a decent amount of offline work thanks to illustrating a light novel for someone. So I'm like, if I can't do any of my work in stream, it doesn't, you know, then I can't stream. Which is why sometimes I don't stream. It's because I'm like, I got too much offline work to do. Yes, I do both dilly and dally. I hope that wasn't sexual. I mean, I'm illustrating the whole thing. There's multiple books. It was definitely a commitment. Yeah, I mean, they are a decent bit of work, though, the light novels are. Since it's a cover and 5 illustrations, it can definitely be time-consuming. Oh, you're fine gaming. Kurai. And also, welcome to the stream. I don't think you said hi before. If I missed it, I apologize. I think you are the same color as somebody else. I do like that people show up as different colors, but then I really hate when people share the same color as other people in the stream, because sometimes I miss their messages thinking it was somebody else talking again. But yes, welcome. And you don't need to feel the need to donate or anything in my stream, so don't worry. I appreciate I appreciate them. I appreciate them, of course, but it's by no means required. I do this to chat and have fun with you guys, so don't worry about that. Yeah, I think you can change colors. But the weird thing is the colors are different for every person, I think. At least I think. I don't know. I normally just stick to the color I've been dealt whenever I go into streams. So I've never tried to change it. In chat, I don't think I've seen blue yet. So Seismic is orange for me. Malgor is like this weird green color. Ya boy Budgie is orange. Okay, so we got 2 oranges in here. A weird green color. We got Party Bone is pink. Soda Aaron was purple. So I don't think there's been a blue yet. Yeah, so I'm like, it varies by person. I really think the color thing is just a random feature. See, I do not know why I currently have Christmas music stuck in my head, but I do, and I hate it. Because it's by no means Christmas time. And I don't know how I got there. Did it not used to be random? I don't honestly know. Yeah, go for it. You can use whatever color you want. I am not gonna be the police on what colors you can use. Because I feel like that's a weird police to be. When the years start to speed by. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I've already noticed that. I was already like, man, it is already February of 2021. Like, what the hell? Well, once you get... I'd say the years really started passing for me once I hit 23. Once I hit 23, everything just started going. That's not a nice thing to do to retail workers, though. I used to be one of them. Don't do that. I think I really truly have had almost every job out there, though. Okay, no. I take that back. Not every job out there. Every, typical, like, job people talk about. So, like, I've had the food service job. I've had the retail job. I've had the 9 to 5 job. I just haven't had the manual labor job. But other than that, I feel like I've had a decent variety of industries. Who knows, maybe one day I'll do a manual labor job. Honestly, I fully support retail workers being able to fight at least one person a week. Like, hear me out. Hear me out. I think it's a great idea. Okay, so retail workers gotta deal with a lot of shit, right? I think once a week they should be able to choose to beat the fuck out of one of the customers. If they piss them off that bad to where they're like, you know what? This is the person who I am willing to use my one ass whooping a week card on. That they probably deserve an ass whooping. See, I feel like I throw my back out though just drawing. So I really don't know how, what the difference will be. I mean, I don't care what the Karens would do. I feel like it should just be a law. In every industry. In food, service, and retail, you should be able to beat the living snot out of someone. Once a week, you get 1 card per week. That way, the employee knows they gotta choose carefully. I think it would just make the world a better place. And way more entertaining. Thank you so much for the follow, Nordic. Thank you, thank you. Yes, and on your birthday. If you have to work your birthday, you get an additional freebie, yes. Because my reasoning is A, I feel like a lot of people really think that they can get away with anything in retail. I really think that many people honestly think that they can get away with anything just because they're the customer. I have witnessed it. I really think that they are just untouchable. And so I think if the laws changed, and employees got 1 free pass a week to fight a customer, that people would be nicer. Am I partially joking? Yes. Am I partially serious? Also, yes. Yes, exactly. So, I feel like if the laws changed, and the employees could actively be able to stand up for themselves, be it fist fight, argument, whatever you want to call it, I think people would be nicer. How do you change the look of pictures? I'm trying to use a symbol for my novel, but colors don't look right for it. Let me see. Let me see if I can help you. I'll use an example. Let me save this real quick. I'd assume you're using Photoshop or Clip. And let me just... I'll look up some random logo. Actually, I recently got a logo. I can just use that. I recently got a logo. Ta-da! It was on my starting soon screen. I just haven't fixed my actual stream thing. Gonna put this on my tablet, I think. Or up in the corner somewhere, I don't know. But, okay. So let's say we wanted to fix or change this color. Let's say we don't like anything about this. We could do a layer and clip on there. And we could set the mode to color. And we can overlay it with different things. So like, for example, I just put this color over this on a color layer. And it went from this to this. So it still kept the white. It only went over the color. We could also play around with it more. We could do like a super bright color. So I'm going to use this color. And then go pop. And now it's green. So you can do a couple things to mess with it. And play with the colors. If it's like the brightness or something that you're having difficulty with, you can always go over to wherever your brightness and contrast is. And you can up the brightness, lower the contrast, up the contrast significantly, play with a happy middle ground. There is also, if you just want to mess with your hues and such, you got hue, saturation, and you can just go whoop. Ooh, we got a tropical setting opus. We got a lime opus. You can do things. You can up the saturation to where it's like really in your face. You can put no saturation at all if you want it in grayscale. There are ways to mess with things. But that would be my solution to you. This is actually the gonna be the other light novel cover sneak peek right here. Ta-da. I'm still sketching it out. I got like a couple more details to add, but I was working on that earlier. Oh, I've been kind of productive today. Choo 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 choo. I was actually debating on potentially not streaming today, just because of all the mail things I was having going on. Mail as in delivery service, not as in the gender. Not as in the dude. But, I was like, nah. I should just go ahead and stream. But then I was like, I made the decision to stream today, like, no, because today is a normal streaming day for me. And I'm like, man, I really need to do that. Then my boyfriend came home early, and I'm like, oh man. I mean, it's fine, but like, dang it. And he was joking around the other day that he makes me unproductive. And I was like, oh man, maybe you do make me unproductive. Because whenever he's home, I'm like, I want to watch you play a video game. Or we'll like, I don't know, we'll watch some dumb thing together. Like, yesterday we were watching, what is that thing called? It's like, when people make swords, but like a challenge thing. It was on Netflix. It was like something forged, or I don't know. That shit was boring. That was so boring. I was like, these dudes are boring. Yeah, maybe it's forged in fire. I don't know. I was so bored, guys. Every dude was from Texas. Every dude had the personality of wet cardboard. Like, I was just so bored. And I mean, every dude had the personality of wet cardboard. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, Edie Bread. And if that's not how you say it, that's how I'm gonna say it. Welcome back for making food. But like, I feel bad for saying that every dude had the personality of wet cardboard, but like, I can't remember any of them. Like, they were all boring. They were all basically wearing the same thing. They were all from Texas. None of them had any personality to them. Like, at all. Yeah, I figured that out when I'm sitting here talking shit on it. Welcome back, Hydra. I am doing good. How are you? I'm talking shit on Netflix shows at the moment. That sounds like fun, Hydra. Having to watch nephews.
We were riding in the cemetery. Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
Yeah, see, honestly, I don't understand how you could enjoy it. I really don't. Cause now, again, not for everyone, and I'm obviously not everyone. Um Everyone was just so boring. The swords didn't seem interesting, like at all to me. I don't know, I suck. I'm sure you don't have the personality of wet cardboard like these boys did. I also just wanted to say that, but I don't know, they all dress the same. Every single one of them was like, "Yeah, I'm from X city in Texas," and I'm like, "Ah, everyone's from Texas. Makes sense." Everybody has cowboy hats or the same like dress shirt. Oh, thank you, thank you. Cuz it's a show called Forged in Fire. I don't know, I just thought it was absolutely hilarious. But I think one of the reasons why I didn't like it like at all was because it just reminded me of Tinder. And hear me out. I will explain why. So, on Tinder, every girl who's ever been on it, and I think especially oh, see, I think Malgor gets where I'm going with this. There's like 5 types of dudes on there. And every single one of the dudes from that show fell into like the one of 3 categories that back whenever I had that app, the guys would fall into. Which, if you guys ever are just curious as to what Tinder looks like for girls, I have no idea how it looks for girls who are not in the south part of the United States. But basically, if you live anywhere near Texas, this is probably what your Tinder looks like. And it's a dude holding a fish as his profile picture. He may not have any other photos of himself, but it's a white dude holding the fish. Always a white dude, always a fish. It's never an impressive fish either, it's just a fish. So, that's the first type. The second type is the dude who's wearing a button-up shirt, some blue jeans, cowboy boots, and a hat. Their bio probably says some shit like, Jesus comes first. Something like that. Oh, yes, no, picking's very, very slim. I think I will wait to highlight the hair because I don't know what highlight color I want yet. Honestly, I wish I could just pull it up. I wonder if I Google search, because I would rather show you guys, like, the stereotypes we get than describe them. Because you get your frat boys. you get your dudes holding the fish, because I don't want to search these things and then use someone as an example. I'd feel kind of bad. But then, like, kind of not really, because it's like, also, maybe don't have this as your profile picture. But it's a dude holding the fish. It's like some dude doing some weird pose in the mirror without a shirt, but it's not impressive. I have a couple different monitors, and I think I turned my head and it didn't get it. But yeah, basically, the boys gave me the really, really, really boring dudes on Tinder vibes. Like, they're the ones that will send you, hey, with nothing else. Like, they were the types of dudes that were just, like, screamed boring. They were the holding a fish, but they're not being impressive fishes. I was just really, 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 really bored. But funny enough, I'll stop shitting on that show. We also watched a glass blower one, or it was called Blown. It wasn't Blown Away. It was. Man, we kept making fun of the name because there was just so many potential blowjob jokes through the entire thing that it was just like. But yeah, I also thought it would be super super neat. Everyone there did have a little bit more. It did have a bit more of a personality, but man, some people were fucking weird. And the entire time I was like, maybe I don't like artists, because I don't know how many of these people I actually genuinely like. Like, it was pretty interesting, don't get me wrong. We actually watched the entire first season. It was a little on the cringy end too, I won't lie. In certain situations. Yes, oh my god, you too? I zoned out for a minute on it, Aspiring. I zoned out. I was doing something on my phone. And it was, what did they say exactly? They said, they said something about, like, the guy putting something into the glory hole, and immediately all my attention was right back on that show. I was like, what the fuck did he just say? I was like, what? Did I just hear this correctly? Like, the whole thing, I was just like, things were breaking. So many glass things breaking, and then, like, okay, so since you also watched it, Aspiring, you know the humanitarian chick? Like, this thing somehow managed to cram, like, every generic artist type that you could possibly think of in it. I can't remember how many contestants there were. But you had Um, I can't remember her name, but she was very humanitarian. Like, one of the things she made, she was like, I made this in reference to the impoverished, and because it was a food challenge, I think it was, and she decided to make a tableware set of something, I think, that was like how the rest of the world who was poor would eat food, and put holes in it. And I was like, wow, she went super deep with that. I would have just made fruit. Another person said they didn't like food and made like a fairy garden. I was like, who doesn't have food? Who doesn't like food? Dakota was immediately like, I don't like that guy. I hope he loses. Because he was like, how do you not like food? And I'm like, honestly, I'm there with you. How do you not like food? Like, even if you don't like cooking it, you should be able to like eating it. Blown Away is the show. Yeah. It was... so you had that person, the humanitarian chick. And then... there was... I wish I could remember their name. But it was this woman. I think she identified as a woman. Because I'm not trying to get her pronouns wrong. But she was very, 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 like, social issue conscious. And she made potatoes for flowers. I thought that was funny. I liked a lot of her creations. And the artificial womb for men. I was like, what the fuck? For like robots of the future. And she was a little on the crazy end, I thought, because she got a little yelly. Little stress yelly there. At one of the times. She got snippy. Yeah, like during some of the challenges, she got a little snippy. And then there was a really boring guy. Oh my god, you had the stereotypical white old male boring. But he did some very nice glass work, but he himself I found very boring. Especially whenever you compared him to the characters around him. And then there was the dude who was like done before everyone else in the first few rounds. And I kept yelling at him. I was like, dude, do something else. You finished 3 hours early or 2 hours early. Like, come on, dude. Do something. Make another thing. Like, present multiple pieces. Like, come on. But I really liked his egg with the chicken legs. I was like, that's my favorite. We didn't watch the second season. We only watched the first. I kept getting a little frustrated with the, her name was Momo. How come she's the only one whose name I remember? She was the Asian girl from this season. And as much as I can admire that she really loves her culture and everything, like the first 3 challenges, were just her making things that already existed instead of coming up with things. And I would have preferred to see her like come up with things instead of just going off that. She did an interesting job. I liked how she was like more of a sculptor than like someone who did glasses and things like that. So I thought that was pretty neat. But I was just not impressed by anything that she did. Yeah. I was honestly pretty surprised at that reaction, where I think it was her lantern that they criticized. Because it was like, they criticized her for drawing... Oh, I am drawing a VTuber, Leon. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I'm doing a commission for a VTuber. Where they were like, we wish that you would have used like black instead of the purple, because I remember this very clearly. Instead of the purple, that way we could tell it was a lantern better. Oh, hatapa. Ear wiggle. Ta-da! Wah! But I kind of agreed, because like I understood what she was doing, but only because I knew what that thing was. Like she did a yokai that was based off of a lantern, but she got upset when people couldn't tell what it was, and then whenever they criticized it, she was like, you can't criticize my culture as an artist, or she said something like that. And I was like, you're in an art competition. It's not necessarily a safe bet for you to go for something that no one knows what you're doing. Like, the only reason I knew what that was is because my weeb ass over here just knew what it was because of anime and such. Thank you guys. That being said, though, I did kind of like the lantern, but I did agree that it should have been maybe done with a different color besides like that pinkish purple she used. Because like it really kind of looked a mess. It blended in. And then it didn't look like a lantern top. Well, I don't know what you would be editing your logo on, if it's traditional to make it work, so, or anything like that. So I really don't know how you'd change the color of the thing that you wanted to mess with then, or make it fit more, you know? What color do I want to make the background? Deborah. Ah. Yeah, I'm like, I honestly wasn't paying too much attention to the names. I have a really bad habit of whenever I'm watching something, I'm on my phone playing a game at the same time. So I really kind of half pay attention to everything. I think maybe a combination of these colors. And I'll see how that looks. I don't know if I like that. Oh, I like that less. Ooh, I like that. Okay. So I will do red for highlights then. I was kind of trying to figure out what I would like for the background. Oof, that looks bad. It was a pretty entertaining show, though. I mean, we watched all of it. Oof. Yeah, I didn't try to look too much into the details because, like, because Dakota made a really good point. That a lot of the reality, like, shows like that probably use editing to their advantage to do, to make things look more dramatic and more offensive than they really were. So I try not to judge people too much off of how they appear on the TV. But I kind of didn't like her. I think the lady I liked the most was the one who, I can't remember her name. She did the cloud for the robot challenge. You know, I don't think I like that color. It's a little too distracting. I kind of like the orange. I mean, not the orange, the purple. Ooh. How does that look like with like a green? Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna go with that. That makes me happy. But yeah, I wasn't too keen on all the dissing going on. I like when people get along. Yeah. Her, I think she was probably a very stressed out person. Um, but definitely a couple things that she said rubbed me the wrong way. Like, one of my favorite shows to watch whenever I'm just, like, on my computer, I like to watch clips from Ink Master. And, it always rubbed me the wrong way to just see everyone, like, shitting on each other. Like, that's the one thing I just didn't get. I was like, I get money is on the line and such, but you're coming on to this, like, show to be in a contest. Now is like the perfect time to network. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't you be making friends? And I know it's easier said than done, for sure, and such, but I'm like, I think they should focus on, like, networking, becoming friends, you know, like, even if you don't win the contest, you know, then maybe you'll make some friends, and then you guys, because Dakota was just like, yeah, they can network, make friends, and then if they all become friends, then they can do an Ink Master, like, tattoo tour, and make tons of money, because the show already advertised for them, and, you know, ta-da, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. But then no one ever gets along. I'm like, why aren't you guys getting along? Oh, no. So I'm like, I know it's easier said than done because I'm not there and I'm not dealing with any of the stress and everything that they are. But I think I would at least try to, like, make friends. And then if everyone was an ass, I'd be like, fine then. Fuck friendship. But I feel like I'd at least try. Maybe. I could also be very full of myself by saying, well, if I was there, I'd be making friends instead of whatever. But I feel like I'd at least try to make friends. I mean, it's probably exactly the money, fame, and fortune thing just really gets people going the wrong way. But yeah. Most artists I meet are pretty shy. But I meet most artists at anime conventions. But most of the ones I meet are pretty shy. Like the really outgoing type, like Ross Strauss, for example, I don't meet too often. Most of them seem pretty shy, but most of them are also girls too that I end up meeting. So maybe I'm just not going to the outgoing spots. I think I can honestly say I don't think I've ever really had a shy bone on my body. I have always been pretty in your face. I can be pretty abrasive, but I don't mean to be. I'm just a talk a lot. Oh. No, see, I am convinced all artists are fucking weird. A, to make myself feel better, and B, just because I am convinced all artists are very weird. And I'm convinced that it doesn't matter what type of artist you are, you're still gonna be fucking weird. And if anything, that glass blowing thing proved my thought. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kurai. To be fair, that was my that was a big complaint of mine for many things I was watching. You're right. I was like, these people boring. Why are they so boring? But I also just have like the attention span of a squirrel, so maybe it's my fault that I can't pay attention and everything has to have my interest 24/7, otherwise I don't pay attention. So, Mocha doesn't really care about squirrels, he cares more about cats and mailmen. He really... He doesn't care about squirrels unless they run very quickly in front of him. Like, unless he sees them, like, dash in front of him, he really doesn't care. They're too small to hold his attention. Because my boy is silly. That too, yeah. Many softwares do at least have a free trial that you could always try out for a bit. Ah, that was not what I wanted to do. I like messing with lighting effects and colors. So I'm messing with adding some green in as like a shadow to help give everything a little bit more depth. But I don't know if I quite like it. Like, part of me does, part of me doesn't. Ah! Stop. Okay. Maybe... So this is whenever I let you know that I do watch the TikToks. Because I have such a low attention span, I enjoy the videos not being so long. I got tricked. Okay, this app tricked me. My friend suggested I get a TikTok account to advertise my art, right? And I was like, I put it off for a long time, right? Because I'm like, nah, I'm too old for TikTok. No, I'm not gonna do that. Well, then, I get it, right? And, it's taken up some of my life. An unfortunate amount of it, honestly. More than I was willing to give to the app. But it took it. Took it by force. And I made a couple videos for it. They did pretty well, I made more than a couple. There was some low budget and high budget ones, I guess you could say. No, there was no high budget. I kid. I put no effort into any of them. But some of them did, well, by some I mean like one did really good. The rest of them did not. The rest of my videos flopped. But one did good. But it's a very good, it's a good app for people who have no attention span. For sure. For sure.
What is your verdict? Find the defendant guilty.
I had one TikTok do okay. Which I'm both like not surprised it was that one, but also surprised it was that one because I'm like, really? Out of all my content, this is what y'all decide. Okay. I'm not sure if I like the green color or not. So I'm curious what it... Oh, that's a much better color. I like that. That's probably purple. But I think it matches the skin a little bit better. I decided I wanted to play around with distorting it, seeing if I like certain things better. Which I think the answer is yes. I think. Let me see what it looks like then. And if I hit undo. Nope, I liked it better. Okay. Also, another reason why I really don't think I could go back to traditional art is because I realized last minute that I kind of felt like I made her head too big. I couldn't fix that in traditional art. I was able to fix it in digital. Okay, what do you guys think? Ta-da! I typically don't play around too much with orange and green, so I kind of really wanted to this time. Trying to zoom out so that you guys can see all of it, but it's kind of difficult to do when you got a wide format set up. The white part will be gone when I give it to them, so it'll be like this neat transparent thing that I like doing. Yeah, I really wanted it to match like the little scribbles in back. Ooh, I wonder if I can have a glow effect on those. Kinda. Seems a little distracting though. I can add a glow. Now it looks like it's coming from those. How she has like some neon lights-ish behind her. Meant to be this way. I wonder what happens if I try to make this area any darker. I like it. Really shows. Okay, now I think I'm done playing with it. Oh, well, thank you, Budgie. Well, I think I am done with this. I gotta message the commissioner. Let them know that their commission is done so that they can pay me. Ugh. Oh, did you guys hear that? That was my knuckles. Alright, now to figure out someone to raid. This is always the fun part. The sad and fun part. The fun part because we get to raid somebody, and the sad part because you guys know it's over. But, you know, I think because we were raided today by some people, some VTubers doing, well, Scott, you always come too late. By some VTubers that were playing games. Maybe we should raid some VTubers who aren't doing art. Oh, there's tons of VTubers in the just chatting area. Tons. Does anybody have any VTubers they would recommend? If you guys know any, you know, that's always a great thing, because no one I'm currently following is actually streaming at the moment. So I was gonna have to browse somewhere anyway. Hey, you're fine. Thank you, Budgie. You have a good time. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed doing the stream. I don't know who Momo is. I need a username so I can look him up. Preferably people with mic. I know some people don't do mic sometimes. So, preferably with mic. Sweet Southern Belle is playing Final Fantasy. Let me look them up. You know, I love Final Fantasy, so sure, let's go and raid them. Thank you guys for coming to my stream. I'm sorry for anyone who got here a little late, but we're going to go raid Sweet Southern Belle. She's playing Final Fantasy. I get to go and see how the game's changed since I haven't played in a really long time. Alright guys, thank you for coming by. Let's go right now.